Brian says, hi, Brian and Jay. I've been waiting to start breeding ball pythons. Any advice on a few morphs to start with to create building blocks? Thanks.
I think that it just depends on where you want to go.
Where's your palette, baby?
Yeah. It depends on what you want to do, and really, so there's three things to consider. One, what really do you love and want to work with? What morphs really get you excited?
Colors.
Yeah. Two, what's your budget? Because that's everything, right? You could really want a Pompeii, but you can't afford a Pompeii,
right.
So you're not going to get a Pompeii. So don't go down that road. And then lastly is space. Do you want 2 ball pythons? Do you want 6 ball pythons? Do you want 200 ball pythons? Those are the 3 questions you have to ask yourself. And then then there's no bad answer beyond that.
Yes.
If it's like, I've got 10 grand, I want to get 10 snakes, and I really like clowns, your answer is, get yourself a couple clowns, maybe het for something. Get yourself a couple, maybe a pastel leopard clown. You get yourself what, you know what I mean? It becomes pretty simple to go, I can now spend 10 grand on these 10 animals, and I have this palette of clowns and all these combinations of clowns that can really start my project. Now, if you have $1,000 and you only want 3 snakes, totally different. Now you have to look into a different direction. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those are the 3 things you have to ask yourself.
One thing I've always did too, like when I first started getting ball pythons, Brian, was like, find some type of like pattern mutation you like. Find some type of color mutation you like, and then maybe like some recessive mutation, and like start working with those together, and you'll get cool combos.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You just have fun. Just have fun. That's what it's all about.
Because if you ask me, Brian, and Lori, we'd all say we like different kinds of ball pythons, like different color palettes and stuff.
Absolutely.
So look for those things.
Absolutely, 100%.
Let Roses Burn says we need That's Value shirts too, and I agree because I've made it a part of my normal vocabulary now.
That's value.
That's value, dude.
That's value. I mean, whenever something great happens, that's value.
Do you know why it's so funny though? Because kids right now, like the trendy thing right now is like, that's valid.
Yeah.
So it's perfect, dude. It's so good. It gets me so funny, bro.
That's value.
That's value, bro.
That's value.
John says, I would give anything to be able to sit and talk to you and pick your knowledge. I'm doing my best to do what I can for reptile conservation and breeding.
Well, that's awesome. And,
that's what this is about.
Listen, I mean, if you get a chance, come to the Reptarium. I'll sit and chat with you for as long as you want. Yeah. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, that's true. Like as soon as this podcast ends, I go upstairs and I'll spend 2 hours just chit-chatting with people about animals, and if you want to talk about ball pythons, you want to talk about retics, you want to talk about monitors, you want to talk about anacondas, I'm there to talk, and I could never, I think it's almost weird in a way that since I was 15 all I've ever talked about was reptile. I mean, I've got, listen, I people that know me know that I'm like an onion. I've got lots and lots and lots of layers, right?
Yeah, super stinky, makes you cry.
Yeah, exactly. Really stinky. But the fact is that, the true story in my life has always been reptiles. And I never get sick of talking about reptiles. I never get sick of discussing potential things or behavior or caging or mutations or breeding or hatching or what the market's going to be. I mean, I'm just obsessed with it, and I've been obsessed with my whole life. I think it's rare to probably have one obsession for so long.
Yeah. No, it's very rare, especially... you have a very quick mind.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I do as well. So I go through things pretty quick. Like, all right, I'm going to do magic tricks for 2 years, and then I'm going to do drums, and then I'll do this.
Yeah.
And
that was one thing I always tried to really stay focused because I'm such a random person. Like you said, I'm like a hey squirrel.
Yeah.
So it's
good
like
shit.
I've really tried to keep my focus tight because I could have been one of those people that had 1,800 different hobbies and nomad that didn't know what he was going to do with his life, and so I've always
had like
to
a pole to hold on to.
Yeah, I've always been like, I'm just going to stay with this one thing, and the thing is that even after all these years, there's still so much to learn.
Oh my God, it's endless,
it's like you can't. There is no end. There is no end to this journey, and that's pretty freaking awesome.
Zoe says, would you ever have yellow anacondas again?
It's a tough one. I like yellow anacondas. I like the way they look. I think they're interesting. They're little bastards. I'm not going to lie to you. They're not. I have yet to see one that is really trustworthy. Like, I would never pull out a yellow anaconda and hand it to somebody, ever, because it's not trustworthy. Even if it's a tame one, it's still not going to be trustworthy. But that being said, I I could see getting them. I could see getting some yellow anacondas.
Yes,
Just because, listen, not every display at the Reptarium has to come out. You know what I mean? So especially when we expand, there is going to be exhibits that we can have that are going to be really cool exhibits. Anacondas make great water exhibits. So if I want to have another really cool water exhibit besides water monitors or whatever, a yellow anaconda exhibit might be a really cool exhibit.
They say the same size?
No, they say much smaller.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
You could make a salt and pepper size enclosure for a yellow anaconda, and it would live its whole life there.
Yeah.
So
I could see that.
So I could see doing it in the next expansion.
Maria says, "Hey guys, just wanted to say hi really quick. Hope you guys come visit us over in Alaska soon. It's warming up over here, and it's damn beautiful."
You have no idea, Maria. You have no idea.
We just got to knock up a couple states, and then we'll be there.
Ironically enough, I've got a friend of mine named Paul Brizzi. He worked with the Dudesons, and that's how I met him.
Oh,
and kind of became friends. And he's just in Alaska with Steve-O.
Oh my God! Really?
And so I was just watching some videos of him and Steve-O like jumping into the ice-filled waters of Alaska.
Oh,
today.
That's awesome!
Just today, I was watching the videos, and of course Paul like did it naked. Steve-O did it naked too. So Paul like went down a ladder and went into the water naked. Steve-O jumped from the top of the boat,
of course,
naked into, and it's ice-filled water.
Yeah, so you could like actually. So hit your head.
Legitimately jumping. Those people are out of their minds.
Yeah. We have that one friend. Theo Jeff.
Yes.
That came with the Ireland boys and stuff. And he's another one, man. I seen him climb in this tower. I mean, hundreds of feet up and just like hanging his feet, just like, this is cool. I'm just like, get out of here, bro.
Well, James Kingston, which is probably the most famous YouTuber that does like high climbing.
Yes, I've seen him before.
Yeah, we hung out with him in LA once, and he lived at the FaZe house a couple summers ago.
Okay.
And so we met up with him at the FaZe guy's house, and he was great. And this is an interesting thing. He told me he's terrified of heights.
Weird.
Terrified of heights. And this guy like climbs thousands of feet high. He's been like arrested in Dubai. He can't go back to Dubai. He's been kicked out of Dubai because he
trying
was
to climb the Burj.
He was climbing. No, he's climbing the cranes on top of the giant buildings, and he got busted. But those guys are a special breed, man.
100%. Stephanie asks, "Good evening.
Good evening.
Your thoughts on a king snake as a first snake?" I love the lavender snows.
Yeah, they can be great for snakes. They are a little squirmy. They like to pee a little bit on you and stuff like that. But they calm down. They calm down, and they're really good pets. So I think as long as you don't mind a little bit wiggly in the beginning, a little bit of peeing on you in the beginning, typically don't bite much. I mean, they really don't bite hardly ever. And they grow out of it pretty quick. I mean, within a few weeks of handling, it calms down. So, and then they become a really, really good pet. And ironically enough, we have lavender snow cow
on the docket,
that's about to lay eggs any day.
My mommy,
Lisa,
she says, "My poor ears," because this is about my 2 seconds in bed.
Oh,
she says, if it acts like a lion, it looks like a lion, it probably is. Love you, Brian, and my boy. Love you too, Mom. Thanks for that.
But yeah, Mama Tomsky, I'm sorry to tell you,
you raised a chump, a 2-pump chump.
Your son is known for that around these parts.
Yeah, the quickest down this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what they call me, dude.
Yeah, quickest
they call me Quickasippy.
So Mama Tomsky's going to be
She's coming. She'll be here on Tuesday.
Tuesday, she's bringing the son here.
Yeah, so Mom, see you next Tuesday.
Yes, we look forward to it. I will not see you Tuesday.
But maybe Wednesday.
But I will hopefully see you Wednesday, because hopefully I'll be feeling bright as rain. I hope that I feel great Tuesday.
I think you
will. But if
I
do feel great Tuesday, regardless, of course, I get my shot on Monday. If I do feel great on Tuesday, I'm still going to take the day to relax, give myself that day. And if I feel cruddy that day, then I'll sit back and hopefully watch some good movies and take some Tylenol and hopefully by Wednesday feel good.
Chill in that backyard, it's going to be nice out on that day.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess it just depends how you feel,
Yeah. Jordan says, "Hey, Brian, super huge fan. I was wondering if I were to buy a snake from you, would I be able to pick the snake up? I live in Macomb, and it would be a dream of mine to meet you."
Absolutely. Yeah. Just give us a call. We
$50.
We do pick, it's $150 to meet me. No, seriously. That way you save on shipping as well too. We do pickups all the time. So just call, talk to Beth. She's our office help, and then just ask her when I'll be here. I'm always here, but I'm oftentimes maybe I'm on a tour, maybe I'm
on
doing
the toilet.
whatever. And yeah. But just make sure I'm here if you come and we can meet each other too.
Morph Mixology says,
Jason,
what's up,
man?
guys?
What's up, Jason?
Can't wait to come hang out, and we got to get Jay on my show soon. Also, looks like we're gonna have a baby mixology boy coming soon.
I saw that the other day. So congratulations, dude. And absolutely, I really hope you do come out here. And Jay, get your ass on his show.
I know, I gotta do that shit. I love you, bro. You know I got you, bro. 100%.
Yay.
Scottish Rob says, best to all you guys. Looking forward to traveling this September. Going to Bora Bora. Missed going out last September. That's a beautiful place.
Oh, yeah, Bora Bora. So it's interesting. I know a bunch of people that have been to Bora Bora, and it is absolutely gorgeous, but it is a hell of a trip. You know, it's a long way. And so I've wanted to go to Bora Bora, and one day I hope I really will. But I've looked at the flights there, and I mean, it sucks, man. I mean, let's just punch this up for me. Like, go to Google and go DTE to Bora Bora. I'm sorry, DTW.
I know. Yeah, I was just like, wait a second, my energy bill.
Yeah.
Let me get to.
Yeah. So see what the flight is. So here we go. The flight's there. 1 day and 4 hours.
Huh.
So that's how long it takes. So you got a 44-hour. Well, this one's a 44-hour flight. That's 29. 28 looks like the quickest flight.
What do you mean? How is that possible?
That's how bad Bora Bora is.
What are they flying in, like a paper airplane? Like, what is going on?
No, because you have to fly. Obviously, you got to get to LAX.
Oh, so these are all the flights together. So, like, with all the flight times and how long it would actually take you. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm like, you're in the air for that long?
No,
crazy.
You'll probably be in the air for I think it was from LA to Bora Bora was I think it was like 16 hours or something like that.
No way.
But total flight time, you're looking at 28 hours. That's a bitch, you know. Now, interesting enough, our friend Max Strong was just down in Jamaica, and they had some kind of cabanas that looked almost like Bora Bora.
Dude, it was sick, bro.
And it was legitimately just Jamaica, man. That's a freaking 3-hour flight.
Jamaica, man!
Jamaica, man. It's over Jamaica. It's only a 3-hour flight.
Yeah.
So, but no, I think you'll have a great time in Bora Bora. Everyone I know that's been has said such great things other than the fact that the flight sucks. And for me, I guess that's the thing. If I was going to fly 28 hours, which I have, by the way, my longest flight ever with stops was 44 hours. And that was to Northern Territory, Darwin, just because of shitty flights. But because you could get to Darwin in about maybe 28, 29 hours with good flights. But I had a bunch of layovers and all this bullshit because it was really last minute on a production. But I think that I would go somewhere else if I was going to fly 28 hours, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Bora Bora sounds amazing, but I don't know that I would fly 28 hours to Bora Bora.
Yeah,
I think I'd fly 28 hours to New Zealand or something
Yes.
like. Well, you can fly 21 hours. You can fly to New Zealand.
But I know what you're saying. If you're going to do like an almost day flight or more,
Yeah.
you're going to go somewhere you really enjoy, right?
Yeah. Where don't get me wrong, Bora Bora is there's no other iconic place than Bora Bora. You know, that's the most iconic.
It's so nice they named it twice. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So nice they named it twice.
Little Bogus says, I love your stories. What is one of your favorites to tell?
You know, it's funny. I think that, you know, it depends on the genre, right? You know, I've got some paranormal stories I love sharing. I've got, you know, obviously when it comes to travel, I think that
Indo and Africa,
yeah,
right?
probably Indo. You know, the Laban Bajou, Astanular trip, which by the way, Lori saw. Brian Cusco, of course, sent me the.
What did she think?
She's like, what the hell is this? And I told her, and she just kind of rolled her eyes.
Yeah, of course. And you're like, dude, do you know how important this fucking map is to me, Lori?
It's like
she's
it's like my favorite. I think that when I'm 75, I'm going to be telling that story about going to the Bat Cave
100%.
in the middle of nowhere in Indonesia, and so that's a great one. And then and then I have some family stories that I like to share. So I mean, it depends on the genre. You know, I always say, I hope that. I want it when I'm old. Unlike most people, I look forward to being older.
Me too, bro.
You know, like I want to be that. This is what. Okay, let me give you the little thing, here, right? All right, so I want to be. I want to be a black turtleneck.
I thought you were going to say a black old man.
No. I don't want to be a black old man. No.
A black turtleneck.
Tan is okay, but not black. So black turtleneck. You know what I mean? Black pants too. Black pants, black turtleneck. You know.
Okay.
I
Steve
want to have
Jobs vibes going
yeah,
on.
I can have white hair. Gonna have white hair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a square glass with a round ball of ice.
Yeah.
With a little bit of whiskey in there, brandy, or bourbon. I don't know.
Maybe
what the
some
fuck
water.
I don't know.
Orange
Yeah,
food
maybe it'll
coloring
be
in
whatever.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I want to be the guy that everyone wants to hear his stories of this lifelong adventure.
Yeah.
He's
You're the
been on.
Dos Equis guy. That's what you want to be.
The
Dos
most
Equis.
interesting guy in the planet. Yeah, exactly. And so that's who I want to be. You know, and so I'm building this you know, and we've been on a pause, you know, which kind of sucks. You know, we've been on a year pause where we really.
But other stories, different stories.
Yeah, different stories. And we did go on my first RV trip.
Just
you know,
crazy.
5,700 miles of driving, and
I
that,
miss that,
was
dude.
great. I mean, that will also be a story I'll tell the rest of my life because there were experiences. The thing that was so great about that trip, it was Jay, myself, Anthony, and Noah, is that really, with the exception of a couple minor moments when things weren't going well, I mean, we all got along great. Like there was
dude.
never any conflict. There was never like, I hate you. You know, sometimes when you're like,
It's a long travel.
It's a long travel, lots of on the road, which is can be trying, and you're in this confined space with 4 people, and we all just mainly laughed and had a great time almost the entire trip.
No,
And
barely
so
music. I mean, we maybe in the whole time listened to 4 hours of music.
Yeah, and you figure 5,700 miles, and
That's
we had 4 hours of
driving.
And so I'll always remember that is definitely one of my favorite trips. You know,
Me too,
that's
man.
right up there with almost any trip I've ever made.
Damn, son.
Can we rail this in?